What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Espresso, and welcome back to another Black Ops 3 Zombies video here today on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about is potentially what could be a massive connection here in terms of what the link is between Mob of the Dead and Shadows of Evil. We did have it confirmed to us that Shadows of Evil is in the same universe and tied with and connected to Mob of the Dead. We just do not know to what extent or how that actually is there in relation to everything in the zombie story. However, just coming over the Call of Duty wiki not too long ago, I think that I may have found a little bit of a hint here in terms of what this connection could actually be. So before we get into that, let's take a little bit of a dive into the backstory of Mob of the Dead. If you guys don't know, it is another one of those ones that's a cycle within a cycle and a story, and in essence never really ends. Where it all started was actually within Alcatraz. The four of our characters on Mob of the Dead actually did have this idea to use a makeshift aircraft to escape the island and get away to safety. However, Sal DeLuca, Finn O'Leary, and Billy Handsome all ultimately came to resent Weasel at the time after this idea was conceived, and it was something that they knew that probably wouldn't work. It led to many arguments, and eventually the three of them actually murdered Weasel on the roof of Alcatraz, and then ultimately the rest of them were put to death by electric chair for murdering Weasel. So that actually propels our story to where we actually get to pick it up. Whenever the players actually spawn into Mob of the Dead, they're not playing as our main characters in the real world, they're playing as them in Purgatory or Hell. That's why whenever you do the Easter egg and all of that, eventually you come to have to kill Weasel again, and the game ends saying the cycle continues. Now, the only way that the cycle would actually break free and that it would not continue is if Weasel killed the rest of the three, not the other way around. That does not happen though, so we're just locked in this continuous cycle. So how does that translate over into Shadows of Evil? Well, I think that this is actually set in the same scenario where all of our characters are terrible people and they're locked in this Purgatory or Hell as well. Now, the thing that got me thinking about this was whenever I was combing over the quotes from Brutus of Mob of the Dead, the zombies boss that you encounter every few rounds, as well as being on the Golden Gate Bridge whenever you go to Pack-a-Punch and all that kind of stuff. But the quotes are very cryptic and also deal with the setting of the map as well, some of which including, "I'm trapped here just like you, I will be reborn again, it will never be over, I will never die," stuff like that. Except there's one that really stands out to me and I think is very weird considering we've heard this already here not too long ago. That one being, "You can't escape your sins." So obviously not in the same context as we've seen here recently, but take a listen to this audio clip from the actual Shadows of Evil reveal trailer.
Your sins serve only as an invitation to an evil beyond your imagination.
The Shadow Man describes why they're there as their sins. This is something that definitely could play into the same universe that we saw in Mob of the Dead or our setting of Purgatory and or Hell. This is something that our main characters are all terrible people and may even, thinking about it more, actually exhibit some of the characteristics of the 7 deadly sins if we were actually to play into that whole realm of Hell and the more spiritual side here that we've seen exhibited a little bit in Mob of the Dead and all that. Our characters could actually show off wrath, pride, and gluttony. The cop and the burlesque dancer both showing gluttony and greed. Nero showing pride and his arrogance, as well as wrath being shown by the boxer here, trying to do damage rather than just win a fight, excessive anger. So that's kind of where I'm at with this. That's how I think it all ties in together. They're all based in the same spot, that being Purgatory and or Hell, depending on how you want to look at it. The cycle won't ever continue. This is something that I feel like is going to lead up almost like to the Mob of the Dead Easter egg, where the whole cycle is just going to continuously flow, and it's something that until their stories change, they're going to be trapped there in Morgue City. Now, as for how the Shadow Man actually plays into this, that's something I'm still working on in theory, but that's going to wrap the video up here today, ladies and gentlemen. Love to know what you guys think down there in the comment section down below. This is something definitely a lot to think about, but love to hear your thoughts on this down there, my little theory on this. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like the video, be sure to like, rating down below, any shares to your Facebook, Twitter, and or MySpace if you're a check, that always greatly appreciated. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe for the best quality Black Ops 3 content, any new news if, make sure you guys know exactly how to find it right here on my channel. Thank you guys once again so much for watching. My name's been Espresso. As always, hope you guys are having a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care and peace.